The UFC has somehow pulled off another miracle. Gilbert Burns has been removed from his UFC 251 headline bout against the welterweight champ Kamaru Usman after testing positive to COVID-19. With less than 6 days' notice, Jorge Masvidal is stepping up. The surging Burns cemented his #1 contender spot by demolishing former champ Tyron Woodley. He had been about to give Usman his second title defense on Fight Island when he tested positive. So the UFC turned to Masvidal. Gamebred was last seen finishing Nate Diaz in a stellar performance for the BMF title in November of 2019. It reportedly earned him the title fight too, until he insisted on a significant pay rise that the UFC denied. Lucky for him, the promotion was in a real bind, and according to Masvidal, President Dana White came around in a big way. On paper, it's a great bout. Usman is 6 foot of pure grinding muscle with 15 straight wins, 11 in the UFC. But he's the far less experienced fighter. Masvidal has as many knockouts as Usman has wins, and as many decision wins as Usman has had fights. Stepping in with less than a week's notice is a big ask, especially as he'll be without his COVID-infected cornerman, Mike Brown. But bigger surprises have happened, just like this fight taking place. Meanwhile, Gilbert Burns is home and quarantined in his room with a heavy headache, resting and recovering. But he isn't the only name to miss out on the Fight Island festivities due to COVID. Pedro Munoz, Anderson Dos Santos, and Marina Rodriguez, whose fights with Frankie Edgar, Jack Shore, and Carla Esparza have been canceled due to either a fighter or someone in their team testing positive. And in devastating news, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, father and trainer of the UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov, has passed away due to complications from COVID-19. Nurmagomedov was initially admitted to hospital in April with pneumonia when he tested positive to novel coronavirus, shortly before having bypass surgery for a subsequent heart attack. Such was Abdulmanap's global influence that even the Russian president and combat enthusiast Vladimir Putin, who Abdulmanap met after his son defended the UFC title against Conor McGregor, reportedly called Khabib personally to pay his respects. Others to offer their support included longtime rivals Conor McGregor and Tony Ferguson, who quickly took to social media. The loss of a father, a coach, and a dedicated supporter of the sport, came McGregor's tweet. Condolences and rest in peace, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov. And my sincerest condolences to you and your family, Khabib, tweeted Ferguson. Keep your spirits up, buddy. Respect to your father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov. He will be front row when we hopefully compete someday. And we might not have seen the last of Henry Cejudo. The dual fly and bantamweight champ recently retired, but there's one fight that could lure Triple C back into the cage. Volkanovski claimed his coach Eric Albarracin. Cejudo's already done being Triple C with the Olympic title and 2 UFC titles, but there's never been a triple UFC champ. The featherweight champ Alexander Volkanovski won the title from Max Holloway last year, and their rematch is set to take place in the co-main event of Usman versus Masvidal. Henry is a conqueror. Once he conquers something, he's like a Viking, continued Albarracin, becoming a legend amongst legends and an uncommon person among uncommon people. And after months out of action, one championship is set to return in a big way, with not one but 2 Muay Thai world title bouts at their No Surrender event this July. In the main event, the one flyweight champion Rodtang Jitmuangna takes on his countryman and longtime rival Pechtem Pechiindi for a 3rd time, with both men standing at 1 apiece. And in the co-main that could be its own main, one featherweight champion, Pechmorakat Pechiindi, puts his title on the line against the living legend Jonson Clive Fairtex. and it's all going down in Bangkok, Thailand this July 31st. To boxing, some great news. The WBO and WBA lightweight champion Vasyl Lomachenko is scheduled to face the IBF champion Teofimo Lopez this September 19th. That's according to top-ranked promoter Bob Arum. The high-tech, pound-for-pound phenom fought just 2 times last year, most recently in October, when he methodically dissected Olympic gold medalist Luke Campbell for 12 rounds. In that same time, Lopez fought 4 times, including his annihilation of the former champ Richard Comey in just 2 rounds. The fight was initially scheduled to take place at New York's Madison Square Garden in May, but was scrapped due to the pandemic. It's exactly the sort of fight boxing needs to get back in business. And heavyweight contender Jarrell Miller is legally contending his most recent failed doping test, claiming that he's never taken a PED to enhance a performance. Did I take something for healing properties for injuries? Yes, I have, admitted the big baby. But to win a fight and during a training camp? No, I have never done that. This latest infraction is Miller's 4th since 2019, when he failed 3 tests for 3 different banned substances in a matter of days, all just prior to his showdown with the champ Anthony Joshua. He will be replaced on this week's top-ranked headline bout by the one-time title contender Carlos Takam. Takam was last in the spotlight as an injury replacement for Kubrat Pulev against Anthony Joshua.
Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.